Our world is becoming more technologically advanced, but at the same time are we losing our fundamental way of being human? Humans as we know of today could cease to exist in a couple of 100 years. Our compassion and spiritual nature will become a faint memory of a lost civilization. Our flaws and mortality is what makes us human. If you take that away, we simply have no reason to wake up in the morning, because there will always be a tomorrow. Time is essence, and that's what drives humanity to create extraordinary things and make dreams come true. Some ideas are great and can help humanity significantly with the complex problems we are facing in today's society. Others could simply be our downfall. We are good as we are, even with our flaws. A bioengineered human will be a dangerous evolution of humankind. Removing flaws and diversity in humans and creating highly intelligent and disciplined humans is a really bad idea, especially if it is controlled by a centralized power abusing it to gain dominance. It's a bad idea to manipulate a system we don't understand, and it could eventually be the dark fate of humanity's final chapter. What happens when humans begin combining biology with technology? We could see robots with biological parts and humans with artificial ones. Humanity will now enter a new phase in our technological evolution. We will become masters of our own path, instead of observing the world around us as a bystander. If human are bioengineered, would we evolve into a new species of life altogether, becoming less human and more alien? So what exactly is bioengineering? Bioengineering is a branch of science based on biological sciences like chemical engineering, electrical engineering, and mechanical engineering, which can be based on chemistry, electricity, magnetism, and mechanics. In general, biological engineers attempt to either mimic biological systems to create products or to modify and control biological systems. Examples of biotechnological research include bacteria designed to produce chemicals, new medical imaging technologies, mobile and rapid diagnostic devices, prostheses, biopharmaceuticals, and biopharmaceuticals designed organ tissue. Bioprinting is 3D or even 4D printing, but instead of plastic or metal, it uses living cells called bioinks. These cells are printed layer by layer and can grow and connect with each other to create biological structures. With bioprinting, we not only create objects, we breathe life into them. Here are some examples of what the future could bring us with bioengineering. Some of the basic applications include bioprinted eyeball corneas and bioprinted hair follicles for hair loss. Going further into the future, more advanced bioprinting technologies could create 3D printed coral reefs. This could provide habitats for marine life and help restore the damaged ecosystems. It could also be small-scale robotic space stations, which are bioprinting plants and uses liquid printing because it's more effective when done in microgravity. For the human body, bioprinting technology could be implemented at organ farms to overcome the challenge of lack of donor resources. The patient's own cells are used to create miniature organs, or organs used to test medical responses before actual use, and bioprinted prostheses designed to be perfectly tailored to the individual using living tissue to enhance integration with the host organism. Experiments are conducted in the field of cybernetics, where electronic devices are bioprinted into bioprinted parts, creating cybernetic organs that are more advanced than natural organs. Like a bioprinted lung, implanted with sensors and nanofilters that remove toxins from the air before it enters the bloodstream, or alternative biological eyeballs with built-in infrared or zoom vision. Cyberpunks and biohackers live undercover, not following government regulations, experimenting with microchips implanting in their own body and see how far they can go. Biohackers could secretly experiment on their own bodies, unlocking unimaginable and dangerous things. Together, they hack and build biocomputers made of biological materials and living nerve tissue. They hack and tweak brain chips, disabling security features for more extreme unauthorized neural experiments. and they use their own DNA as a natural mimic storage device capable of storing huge amounts of data. In the distant future, we will see biohybrid robots become the norm. These robots are built with biofabric that offers flexibility and energy savings. They would be indistinguishable from real people and could do more harm than good. Biohybrid robots could also be used in animals, with governments using them as spy drones. They can easily imitate a bird or a cat, gather valuable data and information, and fool anyone. These are some of the things that will occur in the future. Some of the technologies are already available right now. While some of these technologies will happen in a distant future, we simply don't know when it will happen, but only that it will eventually happen someday. Artificial intelligence has become the doomsday prediction of prominent personas like Elon Musk, Bill Gates, and Stephen Hawking. They have all expressed concerns about our Promethean quest to develop machine intelligence, and those concerns seem to be spreading every day. But bioengineering could be even a bigger risk for humanity's fate. Bioengineering has already allowed human beings to take control of their own evolution. Whether it's emergent cloning technologies or advanced gene therapy, we're quickly approaching a world in which humans can and will change the way they live and die. And so instead of transforming the world around ourselves to make it more what we wanted it to be, now it's becoming possible to transform ourselves into whatever it is that we want to be. And there's both power and danger in that because people can make terrible miscalculations, and they can alter themselves, maybe in ways that are irreversible, that do harm to the things that really make their lives worth living. Humans seem to forget that there will always be some negative effect by altering a natural entity, including seeking eternal life. Our descendants in the future will no longer be Homo sapiens, as they would have evolved completely to other types of life forms we can't recognize anymore. They would be more different from us than we are to Neanderthals. It's an extremely dangerous development because we will use this technology by upgrading humans, but in reality, we will be downgrading them instead. If compassion, humor, love, spirituality, sadness, and happiness is removed, then you only have a highly strong and intelligent bioengineered entity left. And that is not a human anymore. Therefore, this has to be regulated only for those we know in birth that will suffer from human deficiencies. If you let armies, corporations, and ruthless politicians change humans using tools like AI and bioengineering, it's very likely they will try to enhance a few human qualities that they need, like discipline and intelligence, while neglecting what are potentially more important, human qualities like compassion, autistic sensitivity, and spirituality. If you imagine a dictator ruling a state, and give that dictator, for instance, bioengineering and AI and brain-computer interfaces, he is likely to want to create a race of super soldiers who are much more intelligent and much more stronger and also much more disciplined. They will likely never rebel and march against the state they operate in. But he has no interest in making them more compassionate or more spiritual, so the end result could be a new type of humans, downgraded humans who are highly intelligent and disciplined, but have no compassion and no spiritual depth. This seems very apocalyptic, that corporations and governments could destroy our fundamental way of being a human, or the very best part of humans. It will in the end create a society that doesn't think or create anything, where you have those bioengineered dopamine humans just being controlled by a centralized power. In today's society, you could say we already are in that state where humans are controlled by a centralized sovereign state. But imagine in the future where a state can just shut you down and fill you with information they want you to be exposed to, and you have no choice. It seems that humans are pretty good as we are. We are better than anything we can intentionally design at present. Basically, we don't understand ourselves. As long as we don't understand our brain, our body or mind, it's a very bad idea to start manipulating a system that you don't understand deeply. Seeking eternal life could very well be the end of us. This was presented by Portal. Thanks for watching.